Hello ghouls and fiends, welcome back to Historically Gaming. I am the Fit Historian. Today I thought we could embark on a spooky adventure. We're going to be discussing the suspected origins of trick-or-treating as well as some other fun Halloween facts, all while we work on decorating the Forgotten Lands in Disney Dreamlight Valley. Without further ado, let's get spooky. I'm sure I'm not the only one that remembers the exhilarating feeling of getting dressed up in costumes and roaming the streets after dark in search of sugary treats and oohing and aahing over spooky decorations, even having the occasional jump scare from other trick-or-treaters. But where did this tradition of people, mainly children, going door to door asking for treats in exchange for no tricks originate? Like a lot of traditions, there's not one origin, but several things that came together and ultimately culminated into the tradition we know and love today. One of the suspected roots of trick-or-treating is the Celtic festival of Samhain. The Celts believed that the dead returned to the earth on Samhain, and on that night, people would gather and light bonfires and perform offerings and pay homage to the dead. In some Samhain celebrations, villagers would disguise themselves in costumes to drive away phantoms. Later on, people began dressing specifically as demons, ghosts, and other wicked creatures, and would perform tricks or other shenanigans in exchange for some food and drink. Kinda sounds like trick-or-treating with the dressing up in costumes and roaming around causing mischief for treats, right? As we go into the 9th century, Christianity is finding its way into the Celtic lands and started to blend with the older pagan rites. Around 1000 AD, the church created All Souls' Day, the day of the year in which people honored the dead. The celebrations for All Souls' Day in England were similar to those of the Celtic Samhain. During All Souls' Day, poorer villagers would visit wealthier homes and receive pastries and other treats in exchange for praying for the homeowner's relatives that have passed. Eventually, the practice turned into an activity for children to do, and instead they would just walk around door to door gathering treats, money, and ale. Fast forward to the 19th century, and playing tricks or pranks became a popular pastime for young folks around Halloween. These tricks aimed to appear as if the supernatural forces did them. It's noted that some people would try to leave candy and sweets outside to try and appease the tricksters so their houses would be safe. Some of these tricks included rattling windows, tying doors shut, and even going as far as disassembling farm equipment and reassembling it on top of someone's home. The earliest usage of the phrase trick-or-treat in relation to Halloween was found in an Alberta newspaper in 1927 by etymologist Barry Popick. After World War II is when trick-or-treating really took off in the US because the rationing of sweets was lifted. The development of suburbs also made it a heck of a lot easier and safer for kids to travel from house to house. By the 1950s, the consumerism of Halloween began to grow, as well as the sale of merchandise specifically marketed for the holiday, like Halloween costumes and decorations. Trick portion of trick-or-treating began to die down around this time, as well as children became more interested in collecting as many treats from neighboring houses as they possibly could. In the 1960s is when trick-or-treating took kind of a dark turn, and rumors of dangerous substances like razor blades were being hidden in Halloween candy. While the origin of the fear is unknown, there was a New York woman that made headlines in 1964 for handing out packages of dog biscuits, poisonous ant bait, and steel wool to children she deemed to be too old for trick-or-treating. This fear of the unknown with homemade treats and other unwrapped goods gave a rise in popularity to commercially produced candies. Even to this day, parents and children sit down and go through their sugary rewards to make sure there are no unwrapped candies or damaging to the packaging. But hey, it's a great opportunity for siblings to count up their candy to see who collected the most and begin the trading process for your favorites. Of all the candy that is handed out during Halloween festivities, chocolate, with no surprise, is the supreme choice. I mean, who doesn't get excited when they get a candy bar in their Halloween candy stash? Am I right? By 2009, Halloween actually became the top US holiday for chocolate sales. Halloween has also become the nation's second largest commercial holiday after, well, you know who.
Ho, 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 ho!
In October of 2022, Americans were expected to spend an estimated $3 billion on Halloween candy alone, according to the National Retail Federation. What is the most popular Halloween candy, you might be asking? Well, none other than the beloved Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. Alright guys, I think that'll just about do it for today's spooky trip to the past. I hope you enjoyed it, and I know I had a lot of fun making it. Before we go into the final walkthrough, don't forget to go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Also, feel free to share this video with your history-loving friends. Alright guys, let's go ahead and take that walkthrough. I'll see you in the next video. Have a historic day. Bye!